Hi everyone, welcome to Phoenix Rising. My buddy here, Joe Giaquinto, and I are going to bring to you today messages that we have no idea what they are at this time, but it just felt right to bring the Ouija board in, which we haven't done in a couple of years. Last time we did it in Studio 2. And what we do, for those of you that are not familiar with us at doing the Ouija board, is we create sacred space. We talk to our spirit guides and guardian angels, and they create a sacred circle around us and everyone here in the studio that only beautiful, positive, and healthy messages come through. Any negativity, fears are kept outside this realm. This is for healing and for unconditional love. And we trust in it. Some of the messages are very funny. Some of them we can figure out. Some of them we might not understand, but it might resonate with someone that's watching the show, for you or for someone, for you to pass the message to.
Yeah.
So
And,
we have,
yeah,
we'll turn the board over in a minute. What is this, the transom?
it's the marker. Or
The marker. Okay, so it's really interesting. We did a show when we were doing it in Riverhead where I started to feel things physically about the man that created the Ouija board. Because he passed, it was something like Scott, esophageal cancer or something.
Right.
And I started to get the physical feelings of it. And then you went into the story of how the Ouija board came about.
Oh, I did?
So, yes, you did.
I did.
So, what have you been up to?
Well,
And
I'd like to talk also about the Ouija board and what your recommendations about it. Is that all right?
yes, please do.
Okay. What have I been up to? Doing a lot of events, a lot of readings. We had a great fall. You know, we had several Halloween events. I did some private group readings for family and friends for different people.
Good.
Over December and January, you know, so
Mhm.
I go, people invite me to go to their home or business and they gather people together and we do
Right.
private events. So it's very nice. I enjoy it. Been doing a lot this month. The Ouija board, I just want to start out by saying that the Ouija board is not a toy, although it was marketed as that. In fact,
Toys R Us
Toys R
was
Us
selling
had-
it like crazy.
Right. And Hasbro had actually a girls' edition. It looked like a Barbie doll case. It was a pink Ouija board. And they discontinued that because they got a lot of pushback on the fact that they were marketing to young
Yeah.
girls who, you know, maybe shouldn't be playing around with this device.
Because it is you're opening a door to the spirit world.
That's right.
And if you don't say the type of messages you want, I only want to hear from my grandmother, say.
Right.
And be in that space. I just want to hear from my grandmother, my grandfather. No one else is welcome into my space.
Right.
But when you don't know how to set up sacred space or be firm and direct in what you will accept, anything could come through and scare the poops out of some kids.
Yeah, and the issue is not that the Ouija board in itself is bad.
No.
Although it could have bad energy attached to it, depending on how it was used in the past. So
Not
it
this
could-
one.
No, this one could. Well, this is the back side of it. But
Yeah,
we're gonna turn it over.
We could
right?
pat it also.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
The Ouija board is just a number of different, one of many tools, what I call divination devices. And they're used to connect to the spirit world. So, did you hear that?
Yes.
That knock on the wall?
Yeah.
They're already here.
Whenever we do things, like
Oh, we
in
get it.
Riverhead,
Right.
Scott would knock on the
We get
ceiling.
the ceiling.
When Janet
the roof.
Russell was there, the birds would hover, was not on anything and just be tapping on the
Yeah,
window.
she may come by today. You know.
She might, we
went
don't
to the
know.
other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the thing is, I don't use the Ouija board when I do my private events because, first of all, it creeps people out, and also it's not necessary to use it. We're using it in just a demonstration fashion today to show how it might be effective to get some messages. Again, a divination device is any type of thing that the spirits can use and monkey around with the energy of to get a sign or message to people. Another example might be tea leaves or a crystal ball or a spirit box or what they call ghost box. Tape recorder, cameras, and for people that are gifted, which is all of us, not just me, not just Phoenix, we're all gifted. A medium or psychic, an intuitive person, is their own sort of Ouija board. So it's important to stay in the light. See, the issue is Ouija board typically is used by young people to scare the heck out of their friends.
Yeah.
Or to get revenge on some ex.
That was never my thing.
No.
Yeah.
But I've used the Ouija board in the past when I lived in New York City. And we've had some hair-raising events with it.
Yeah.
But now, like I said, I only use it I find it too slow. We talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Because by the time the Ouija board spells the names,
you've already gotten the message
already got
through.
the message and the name and everything. So it's fun to use it, but I don't recommend it. I just want to be clear on that. If you ever did an event with me or something, unless you really, really wanted me to use it and we had the right audience, I would use it. Otherwise, I never use it at a private event.
Right.
So
yeah, because we haven't done this here or anywhere in a couple of years.
That's right. Yeah.
The
last time we did this here, we started picking up the information about a plane crash.
Yeah.
And that later in the day, I recorded a conversation with the people that passed in that plane.
Right.
And it was interesting because the Ouija board gave us.
It gave you the plane's ID registration numbers.
It started to give me numbers, and in my mind, I saw a plane. And I asked Phoenix if there had been a plane crash around here in East Hampton, which it turned out there was a couple weeks before, just over here. So so that's where we are.
Yeah.
So I've rambled enough.
That's good.
So you want to do this thing?
Let's do this thing.
So
all right.
How's the Ouija board work? Is that all right?
Yes, please, go for it.
So this is what they call the marker or planchette, or they have different names for it. Basically, the way I feel it works is people always ask, are you pushing it? Are you doing the moving? Well, yes, we are. It's the balance between the two people's fingertips lightly on the marker that allows the spirit to kind of monkey with it. And what happens is, with clairsentience, when I do a reading with clairsentience, or if you've ever been on a ghost investigation, you felt someone standing next to you that's not the invisible spirit or ghost, there's a feeling like someone's there. And so the way this works is when you feel there's like a magnetic pull, it starts to pull one way or the other, and you just go with it. So are we pushing it? Yes. It's not actually, you've seen situations maybe on movies or TV where you've seen these things move by themselves, but generally that's hard for the spirits to do. So we do move it, but we move it based on the balance between our fingers and the energy where it feels it's pulling one way.
I feel that it pulls our fingers.
It pulls away from you, and you kind of move with it, and then it kind of jerks the other way, and that's how it spells the letters on the board.
Because the first time we did it, as much as I know you and love you, I wanted to see if he was pushing this thing. So you're explaining it to the best of our ability. So there is a pushing, but not really. It's kind of like we're laying on it.
Yeah.
And we're going with it.
We're going with it. Yeah. I mean, one person might be pushing, one might be pulling, but we are going with it. You actually do feel it being drawn. And similar device is the dowsing rods or divining rods, the copper rods you've seen.
Yeah.
They go like they cross. You hold them like this, and you can walk around and pick up where to go. They kind of lead you, the spirit leads you where to go. That is very similar in that the rods, there's like a magnetic energy, and you'll feel them crossing or being pushed apart. It's the same idea. It's called a branch of science. It's called ITC, which is basically how spirits monkey with devices.
So, if I do a little Reiki on the board first?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Do a couple of little symbols.
I could see that.
Yeah, this is called chokore.
Yeah.
And this is hearth. So, and that's the only two that I'll do.
I could see the
You know what it feels like? It feels like my hands are on a pillow.
I feel that too. Yeah.
Which
very
is that's
soft and
really nice.
comfortable.
It's very soft
Yeah.
and gentle. So let's see what happens.
All right. Did you hear that?
I did. I think that's guys in production,
It's on cue.
or maybe we don't know.
Now, just for those who've never seen or used a Ouija board, there's the letters of the alphabet.
Okay, move your water here.
Thank you.
Okay.
In case they go flying off the table. There's letters and numbers of the alphabet, and letters from 1 to 0, or 1 to 10. There's also yes, no, and goodbye. So the idea is that as the marker moves, we will read off what letter we're getting through the circle here, and that's basically the message, one letter at a time, or one number at a time. You want to go this way or this way? What do you feel? This way?
Sure. So I remember the first time we did it, just with resting our fingers on it, it felt like a motor started to run,
Right.
which is starting now, like a little vibration.
Yeah,
And to me, I think I was giggling the whole time
you
because
were.
it's just so fascinating. And LTV does have the old
It's
shows.
starting to go.
Yeah.
Now, one thing people do is they ask questions like, who's here? And there we go. Here she goes.
Ah.
I'm getting an M, but I don't know if it's an M or... First thing they usually do is the planchette will move around the board.
Like
Just
get a feel for
Get
it.
a feel for where the letters are.
When was the last time that you used this board?
The last time probably that we were together.
So that was years ago.
Right. I think it was, 2019 or something?
Oh, goodness, maybe I'll have to take a look at LTV stuff. So I get the feeling,
I like the uniformity of this. It's not jerking around. It's going
no, this is very different.
very different than
It's
last
very
time.
smooth.
Right.
And look at my right hand, it's starting to pop my veins again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's doing my left hand
I'm
too.
getting a feeling it's going to do the numbers now. Yeah, it kind of feels like it slides away from your fingers. You
Yeah,
kind of have to
doesn't it?
catch it, you know.
It's almost like it's ice skating and we're going for the ride.
That's right. Are you ready, spirits?
That's, I
It's
think,
going to be a U.
uh-huh,
U.
okay, and it's gonna be an R.
R. How'd you know that?
I don't know how I
That's
knew
what
that.
That's what I felt too.
Yeah. You are,
You are. I hope it's good.
yeah,
You are. You are J. Okay, so he said it's
you are Joe.
Joe. Okay, and who's across from me here, spirits? You know it's a P, right?
Yeah, oh, of course it's gonna be a P.
So spirits,
It's gonna go to P and it's gonna go to the R for Redhawk.
Yeah.
There it is.
and spirits, we may jump past the word since we know what the word is, because we're getting it through mental mediumship, so,
Yep,
yeah, M, mental mediumship.
okay, so Spirit, are you someone that either Joe or I know
I'm gonna-
from when you were here in the physical?
I'm gonna just turn my seat a little bit, okay? Hold on one
Go
second.
ahead.
I need to get a little closer. Hopefully I'm still in camera. Okay. All right, ask that again.
Yeah, are you in spirit? Are
Yes,
you someone that we
yes, for
knew?
spirit. So here's a new thing we're gonna do.
Okay,
We only need the first letter of the name,
okay,
because we know what the word is.
okay.
H. HW, how? Maybe?
Mm,
How?
how?
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you, Joe?
Good. No, I think he's asking how we are, how's the spirit?
Okay.
Let's see. Now this is interesting. K.
Hmm.
K. Okay. Oh, he's okay. Or
He's okay.
Or the spirit's okay.
Did you pass within the last 5 years?
I feel it's going.
It's up to you, Joe.
I think it's going up to no.
Okay.
Ask another question.
Did you pass within the last 10 years?
No.
Are you here in the physical but behaving in spirit right now? You're not telling me.
It stopped on the word Ouija, so
Yeah.
it may not know.
No.
Yeah, did you pass did you pass a long time ago? No, okay, he passed recently,
Okay.
right? He
All
passed
right.
recently. Yeah, it's a Y pretty
What's
much.
your name?
G. K. Do you know who this is?
No, the G got me for a second.
GKT. Is G the first letter of your first name?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we got get. Okay. So G. I'm getting George.
I know.
What'd you get? You know who George is?
I know who George is.
George passed? Is George is not blood, right?
Was I married to you?
Oh, so he wouldn't. Yeah.
It's my
Right, so
ex-husband.
he wouldn't be blood, right?
It's my ex-husband.
Yeah, but I'm saying he wouldn't be blood. Right? He's his own. In other words, you're married then.
Yeah.
So George, okay, George.
He passed
hi.
about 3 years ago, I think it was.
Which makes sense because when I asked if he passed a long time ago, he said no. You said 10 and 5 years, so it had to be less. All right, he's going to ask you a question. Hey, H. M. I'm not sure what this is. HMQ. Any idea what that means?
HMQ. No.
No, that's not what he was trying to say.
Mm.
Is it George? George? Okay, G, George. I think this is the second letter of the word, second word. George, something with an M. What's that, an O?
Oh.
George, M-O. George's mom.
George's mom. I didn't know his mom.
Okay. S. W. Q. No.
No.
Try again.
Okay.
Q. Maybe Q. Maybe he wants us to ask him a question.
Okay.
Is that correct, Spirit? You want us to ask you a question? Yes.
Yes. Are you at peace now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
I thank you for speaking to Jonathan before you passed and for opening up about the things that you did. It took a lot of courage.
R-E. He's at rest. R-E-S-T.
Okay, good.
M. 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 M-E. Me. Me. So he's talking about himself. X. XP. Expert? No. X.
This one's confusing me.
Yeah. Let me ask a question. D. Expected. You expected something? No. All right, F. This is someone else.
Okay.
Is this Frank? Yes.
I get the feeling I'm supposed to take my hands off and
Yeah.
leave it to you.
No, it's not going to work.
No?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. It's good. No, don't take your hands off.
Okay, I won't.
He's going back to F. So F?
No.
No. So is F your name? Is it Frank? No.
No.
Is it a name though? No. Okay. All right, let's see. Spelling a word then. F. I'm feeling I. F-I. S
First.
T, first. I am first. You are the first? Yes, okay, yes. So what is he the first of? Children, maybe? First wife was
I wasn't his first wife.
you were not?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so could this, okay, so he's,
So is this his first
that's what I
wife
wanna know,
coming
cause
through?
he said mom, he spelled mom, M-O-M before. So that would be, so in other words, did they have kids before,
He had 5 other children.
before he married you?
Mm-hmm.
So did the mom must have passed?
The mom passed.
Okay.
Yeah, my stepchildren's mother passed.
Okay, yes, so you think it's her then?
Helen. Is this Helen?
H,
Mm.
Helen. So we got Helen and George?
Yes.
So Helen and then George is her son, and George was your ex.
Well, George is my ex. George Jr. is his son, my stepson.
Right,
And Helen was his wife and George Jr.'s mother.
okay, I'm confused, I'm lost, but I'll take it for granted, okay. I wanna ask, so you wanna talk to the mom, Helen?
So Helen, should I give Mary, your daughter, a
H-
message for you?
H-E-L, it's Helen,
Helen,
okay. I feel like she was a really lovely person.
she was a very gentle soul.
I feel lots of happiness from her. She's with George.
She's not in pain anymore. She loved him very much.
Let me see if I can pick up how she passed. Do you know how she passed?
No.
No, oh. Yeah, I thought it was a C. Yeah, cancer maybe, I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, she passed a few years before him.
She did.
It was her, then me, and then another woman who also passed. I'm the only one of his wives that's alive.
Good. He said G for good. I'm feeling, let's see, D. Yeah, they're dead. Yeah, D. M. O again. No. MP. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be O. No. Okay. M. We got M and P, right? No, I think it's. All right, do it again. Do it again, Spirit. Give us the name again. S. No. T. No. F. M. F. M. No. Are you talking about the ghost box? No. I was thinking
That's what I was just thinking of, the ghost box,
Yeah.
that maybe there's
Did
something
you
on
want to
there.
use the ghost box? Do you want us to turn the ghost box on?
Yes.
We could do that, right?
Yes, let's
The
do that.
microphone might pick it up. All right. Pause the marker for a minute. Well, there's only white noise out here, no radio stations.
No.
So let me try the AM. Okay, Spirit, we
Okay.
have the ghost box on. Now the cameras in the studio may not pick it up, but we'll call out what they say.
Okay.
Spirits, can you hear us? Okay, Spirits. So, okay, if the ghost box stopped on 620, so it's not picking up any stations.
Okay.
So, sorry, Spirits, we can't use that. We'll just go through the board here. G. GM. GMQ. maybe they're just checking the board. We have someone
Yeah.
else here? H, E, it's Helen.
Yeah.
Helen's here. H-L, H-E-L,
Yeah.
E. Okay, so Helen, what do you want to tell us today? You may want to make a sentence? M, O, M. Mom. Mom, that's the first word,
Yeah.
mom. Mom, C. All right, C is the second word, first letter, C. C-O. Mom. I think she's saying mom comes.
To her children, probably.
Yeah, C-O-M-E.
Do you want me to tell your kids to pay
Yes,
attention to
mom
messages? Yes.
Yes, strong yes. Okay, can I ask, since I don't know anything about them,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask Spirit to give me some answers, if they are able to. And you can validate whether they're right or not, okay? Now, I think you did blurt out that they had how many children?
5.
5. Okay, so what else could I ask her? Because Helen, if we can get the message, oh, age, okay, I like that. H-E-E. Okay, I don't know what age she passed. Can you tell us what age or approximately what, not what year, but how old were you when you passed? Was she in her 70s?
No, I think she was younger.
60s?
Yeah.
Okay, we have.
I'm thinking 62.
Okay.
Was it 62? Yeah, between 62, 63.
63, yeah. She's giving me a Y for yes. She's not going to the
Okay.
yes yet. Y-E, yes. Okay, so around 62, 63 years old, you passed. That's very young, you know. It's very young to pass. Did you have illness? You had some illness? T. TU. Did she have something with the lungs?
I don't know.
Tuberculosis, maybe?
Yeah, I don't
Just give
know.
me a B.
I could ask one of the girls.
Yeah. Ask her if she died around her. Oh, really strong. No, not tuberculosis. I still feel, I don't think she had cancer. Right? You didn't have cancer, right? No.
Mm-mm.
H. U. R.
Hurt.
Hurt. Yeah, hurt.
Mm.
So something that hurt, it was something that caused pain.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Was she in an accident?
I have no idea.
No. I think whatever she had, it was painful. Yeah, Y, yes. Y-E. Said no, I'm not sure what. P. E. P-E-E. E. Is E the first letter? No, I think it's P-E something. P. No. Okay. What could you spell out what your ailment was? F. She's saying fine. She's gonna spell it out.
Okay.
F-I. It's fine. Okay, what was your ailment? Spell it out. Your disease or sickness or whatever you had. One word. H. We had this before. U.
H-U.
H-U. H-U-E. H-W, Now, sometimes the spirits don't spell things correctly. It's not because they don't know how to spell, it's just that that's the way it comes through.
Yeah.
Huge, I don't know, did she think she had cancer? Maybe she had a tumor?
It's possible, yeah.
She's saying G. G-U.
Excuse me.
G-U-D, good. So maybe she's saying good, that's what it was. V. Was she a teacher?
No.
Okay. I'd say she wants to spell very good. I just know she's correcting me and grading me. You know what she was without telling me.
Homemaker.
Oh, you blurted it out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. H. Well, H for homemaker. Yeah, homemaker. HM. That's what the HM was. Homemaker. And the K. Yeah, homemaker. Good. Okay. Is Scott here? Yes.
Yes, hi honey.
So you want to tell them who Scott is, in case they haven't?
Scott's my sweetheart that passed away a number of years ago. Who was always with me.
He said A for always.
Yeah.
So this might be a new way of using the Ouija board, just the first letter.
Right.
S for Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was saying something with the letter A before. I'm not sure what that was. D. Oh, D. I felt he was talking D. G. I felt he was going to say D-O-G, dog. Did he have a dog? Did you have a dog that passed?
No, but
D.
D-O. I'm wondering if it's his son Donnie.
Oh, okay. What was his last name? Did Scott's last name start with a G? Okay. So I'm not sure what the G is supposed to be here. D. E. Oh, he could just be saying he's dead.
I know you are, you smartass.
Oh yeah, he says he's a smart ass. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I'm thinking of something, but I'm not saying what it is. I want to see. Yep, he went over the V, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right on the V.
That's for the Volkswagen story.
Okay.
Where he pulled the
Oh my
steering wheel,
gosh,
he
yes.
told you to turn
The
the
night
wheel.
he saved my life.
Yeah. F. F-Y. F-Y-I?
I was gonna say for your information.
For your information, yes, okay. C. H. C-H, we got that. You're saying C, what that could be? C-H, church, C-H-E, check, maybe? Check.
What should I check?
What should you check? What should Phoenix check? F? Fluid. FL, fluid. How's your oil levels in your car?
Good.
Good, okay.
What
How are the brakes?
Oh, brakes need to be changed.
Okay, that's the B for brakes.
Okay.
We're on a car thing today with Scott.
We are.
BR, see, brakes.
Yeah. And my last oil change, they said brakes need to be changed next time.
He was going to the A and the B earlier, and I was wondering what that was related to.
Thank you, honey. I will do that.
H-I.
Is he saying hi, Joe?
He says, no, hi to you.
Hi.
He doesn't pay me too much mind. J, now he spells J. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Scott. W, this is going to be an H. Y. Y. Okay, Y what?
W-H.
W-H-Y. It's going to be a Y. He's asking, he wants to know why, something or other. Do you have a question for Scott? You have a question for him? No, I mean, you do have one for him.
I do.
You were thinking about something about him the other day. Wondering about something with him.
Oh, and I was talking to Isabella about it.
Right, you mentioned
that when I feel the depression on the mattress, I didn't know if it was Lolita or him. It's you. Okay.
Who's Lolita?
Lolita was my kitty. one of my kitties that crossed over.
G for girl. She was
Yeah.
a female cat.
Yeah.
L for Lolita. Okay.
Is she hanging out with you, honey?
E for excellent.
Yeah.
J for Joe. All right. E for excellent.
You're excellent, Joe.
Don't give me any ego here, but thank you
Yeah.
anyway. I appreciate that. S for Scott. H, Scott.
Are you watching over Lisa?
Scott.
His daughter.
Oh, yes, but he was going to say Scott has, H-A. He was going towards the A originally.
All right, Scott has.
Scott has. E-V, every. Scott has every. Every what? I had an I. Oh, it's near the J in the I. Every intention. Scott has every intention.
Mm.
Did he like The Wizard of Oz? It's a weird question.
Of course he would have.
He has every intention of granting your wish. That's what he's trying to say.
Okay.
CG for grant.
Good. So many years from now, when I
W-
pass over,
W for wish.
he'll take my hand and he'll get me over there.
Yes.
I'm told it's not for a while yet, though.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Because when he passed, I wanted to go too, and I was told by him, no, you can't.
Right.
And I got really ticked off.
Uh,
I was told I have work to do.
yeah. M,
Mm.
E, L, M, memory.
Mm.
He has memories of the fun times you had together.
Yes.
Y for yes. D,
That's dancing, I know.
DM. D, he may meant to go to the N. D, yeah, DN, dancing, okay.
Mm.
What other things did you do? Did you go to, I was thinking beach, but that's not what he wanted to talk about.
Mm-mm.
F. What's the F? Spell the next
That's-
letter.
Him or me?
No, him. FM. FM. E. Female?
Mm-mm. Are you talking about FM radio station?
Did he work on a radio station?
No,
No.
but we had our favorite radio station.
Oh, okay. W.
Mm.
Not W. No, it's not G. No. So the radio station call letters start with a W on the East Coast.
Yeah, and it was a smooth jazz station.
Yeah, I felt that it's interesting. Okay, got it. So the jazz.
Mm.
J for jazz. Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
he likes jazz.
yeah.
Did you know Miles Davis?
Oh my
Did-
gosh, yes.
Did he like Miles Davis?
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, M for Miles Davis. Oh, he also liked the old jazz, like help me out here, Scott.
He has to help you because I'm
Sax, Satchmo.
Yes.
Satchmo.
all that.
All that, what do they call that? The band, jazz band, the old
Yeah.
stuff, right?
So it was perfect. We had Jack LaCitra doing Dr. John music today.
B-E, I think it's the beat or best.
The best beat. How about the best beat?
The best beat. That sounds like Scott. This could be a G. Got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is wonderful that he's
Is that
talking.
how he talked? You got it? Would he say
He
something?
would have said you got it.
You got it.
I'm surprised my mother hasn't pushed him out of the way yet.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
You figured that out. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, I think we'll,
Yeah, because we only have 15 minutes left, so.
yeah, let's talk
Are there
about
any
it.
other messages, or can Joe and I say thank you for now? Yes, we can. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, George. Thank you, my darling
Thank you,
Scott.
Scott.
And thank you, everyone else
He
that,
said C's going between T and U's. Thank you.
Yeah.
TU, thank you.
thank you, honey.
You're welcome. We're gonna close the board now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, space
Interesting.
closed.
Really interesting. That's how
It's a
George.
nice board. This is a bigger
Yes.
board too. This is, the usual ones are a little small. This
Yeah.
one, I got this at an antique store. I thought it would be nice, you know, when you have
Yeah.
a bigger group.
So George, I was married to quite a number of years ago. He passed 3 or 4 years ago. And Helen, from what I heard from her daughters, passed before him. And before him also, the woman named Adele, because it was Helen.
It was going
It was
to D.
Helen, me, and Adele.
Yeah, and it was going to the D a lot, which could have been Adele.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to do something with the D several times. So it might have been her.
Yeah, it's possible, yeah.
Um,
But I'm in touch with his daughter Mary, so I will give her the messages.
And I do have the recorders on, so if we get any EVPs.
You'll let me know,
I'll
and then
let
we'll
you know.
put it,
Yeah.
and I'll put it out there.
I might turn the ghost box on the way home again,
Yeah,
because the last time.
because in the building, you really don't get reception.
Mhm.
It's pretty protected here.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yes.
So, just to recap on the Ouija board, again, I don't recommend using it, but if you're gonna use it, remember to set sacred space.
And
Don't-
get out of your own way, really,
Yeah,
because it's so easy. If you sit with someone, it would be easy to manipulate it.
right.
But we really don't do that. I wish that somehow people could feel what we're doing, because we're really being taken for a ride on here.
That's the idea of it, is to let it take you wherever it goes. By the way, on the side monitor here, I just saw an orb fly across the screen. Yeah, the front of the screen in
We
the
should
room.
take some pictures while we're in here,
Yeah, we should.
you know.
So,
Yes.
yeah, now Ouija boards, I had some interesting experiences with Ouija boards in the past, some not so.
Pleasant.
Not so pleasant. Not bad, nothing vicious,
Yeah.
nothing deadly
But
or
just
scary.
uncomfortable.
Just very strong power that would come through.
Yeah.
But I remember, I may have told the story before, there was one where we had a fellow that the Ouija board said that someone was gonna break into his apartment.
No, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so we were doing a Ouija board. I worked a graveyard shift at the company in New York. It was the old Coty perfume building.
Oh,
It
okay.
was down by Hell's Kitchen on the west side, 9th Avenue over there. And they had a night shift that would take phone calls for sales, like sales orders from like people that were on the West Coast where it was still daylight.
Earlier, yeah.
Right. So we all were interested in this stuff, so there's not much to do. You get one call every hour. So we brought
Kind
the
of
Ouija.
boring, right?
Yeah, so we brought the Ouija board in, and this one fellow that lived in the Lower East Side, in a kind of a sketchy neighborhood, he was with us in the group, and we had a lot of things happen. For example, it said at one point the Ouija board spelled the name Sam, and said that Sam was going to be contacting us. Then the phone rang, and it was a customer, and we said, "What's your name?"
Sam.
He said, "Sam." And then the board said that the spirit were going to come through the door very violently.
Oh,
Like, they didn't say violent, but it was like, we're coming through
with
the
a
door
lot of
now, like,
energy.
we're coming through no matter what, we're breaking the door down type thing. So what happened was, what we didn't know at the time was that this fellow that was with us, he was gonna go home, but he decided to stay and watch this go on, this session. And because he didn't go home, what he missed was a home invasion in his apartment, where they actually, a bunch of gangbangers actually knocked the steel door to the apartment down off the hinges. It was so violent an invasion.
What a blessing
And
he wasn't
they
home.
ransacked his place, yeah. Now, he was very upset about the fact that that happened. He thought, in some way, that maybe the board caused it, which of course it didn't. The board doesn't cause anything, it just picks up whatever's
Right,
going on.
it's a tool.
It's a tool. He was lucky he wasn't home because
Yeah.
maybe he got murdered or something. Another time, I've used the Ouija board also when I lived in Brooklyn. I had a fellow we used to do a session with, one of the ghost investigators I work with.
Yeah.
So, again, there's many ways of connecting the spirit world.
Well, your spirit photography, when you'll take a picture of, say, an old antique jug or jar that
Right.
you get. I
Yeah.
love those photographs.
Yeah, the pictures are really pretty, and I have an interesting one that was Henri Matisse, and in it you see his face and his like a head and shoulders shot of him that materializes in this reflection on this glass
I think
bottle.
you had that one on last time
Yeah.
when we did the paintings, yeah.
Yes, and so he had his monogram, letter M for Matisse, in that, and also he had that cardboard cutout silhouette of that woman stretched out, like with her arms stretched out. Well, I found another connection with him. I was looking at some of his paintings on Google, and I have another painting that I did not tag as one of his, but
Okay.
it was an image of a woman lying back either on a bed with feathers or maybe a rock by the beach with like kind of seaweed, or it was like a woman laying on, reclining woman. And I when I was going through his paintings, I found a very similar piece of art that he did of a woman reclining on, and it's the same arrangement of rocks or whatever the
That you
pillars are.
found.
Yeah, so I've now added that to his collection.
Okay.
To see if I get any more to come through. So I did take a break from the spirit photography. I have like 5,000 images that have images in them to go through. So I take a break from it because after a while you just get bleary-eyed looking
So
at it.
can you explain to people how they could do this also?
Oh yeah, sure.
Because you could do it.
I was going to say,
with a glass
see,
of water.
we think alike.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's trouble, you know that.
So at the camera, so you see this, there's reflection here. There's reflections of the cameras, the TV monitors, the walls, etc. So what happens is, there's two things that go on. One is the spirits can mess with the light, shadow, the reflection, in order to create an image that we can recognize. It could be a text message, it could be letters, it could be a face, it could be a scene somewhere, an outdoor location. The other thing they have to do, though, is they have to get you in the right position. So that you can sort of matrix or have pareidolia or matrixing, which is where you think you see something, like you see a pattern, you try to put something important to it. It may or may not exist, but anyway, I do believe matrixing is a good thing. So what happens is, if I'm over here, I might feel inclined to hold the glass this way or that way, or hold it up to the light, and then they kind of mentally urge me to do that, and now I suddenly see something. So I'll take a picture of it. And then I'll put it up on the computer, clean up the image a bit, take out some of the noise, the background noise, and see if there's a picture there. But what I started doing in the beginning, I just took pictures and say, oh, look, a pretty picture. Oh, there's a face there, or a text message. But then I started later on, a year or two later, I started doing themes. Like I said, okay, today is going to be, the theme is going to be show me something or other. Then I started asking certain artists to come through from the other side, like Rembrandt or Picasso, or the ones I got, of course, are Henri Matisse and also Frida Kahlo.
Well, you have this connection that we've talked about before with Frida.
Frida Kahlo is a famous Mexican artist. She was injured in a bus trolley crash when she was young. She was always in a wheelchair. She was in great pain. She had pain meds. And so what she used to do is she used to paint portraits sitting in her chair in the hospital or at home in a wheelchair. And she would do self-portraits. And I had this image that looked like her with the unibrow eyebrows, because she had these very prominent eyebrows that almost connected to each other above the bridge of the nose. And then I started seeing all these faces of monkeys around her. So I was excited about it, because I know she befriended animals because she couldn't have children. So she loved drawing animals, painting it. So I actually found a portrait of her with a bunch of monkeys around her.
I love it,
And so that was one. And then sometime after that, I found I had another picture with Frida where she did one of her she did a lot of these death pictures.
Yeah.
Like showing her buried or some blood or something, like because she had a lot of misery in her life, so
Yeah.
she painted to get the misery out. And then I got a text message from her where she actually spelled Frida on a glass jar of reflection.
Yeah.
So it's cool. So that's one of my faves.
Yeah. But your dad also came through to you.
He
Remember, on your birthday.
Yeah, his
Remember
birthday.
that one a couple of years ago?
Yeah, in 2009 on the weekend it was like Memorial Day weekend. It was around his birthday, like May.
Yeah.
And I got Dad.
Yeah.
The letters.
And on your birthday, he put the numbers on something that you took a picture of.
That's right. He put my age, my birthday age. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get stuff all the time. So the key is to
pay attention,
but stay in the light. Don't go looking for trouble.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in more of this,
and each time it's different.
It's always different.
I was talking to the guys in the production booth before. Right. One of the last times that we did this here in Studio 2, you didn't know that my cousin Eric had just passed away.
That's right.
And we had a whole bunch in our audience. And the planchette started spelling out Eric. And it was like, oh, that's my cousin. And he said a number of things that only Eric would know. And then we kept getting the number 5 and E. And it kept going 5E, 5E.
Right.
And Joe's asking anyone in the audience, does this resonate with you? And it's like, I'm sorry, folks, it's me again. Because it was my apartment when I lived in Greenwich Village was 5E. My mother's apartment when she lived in Kew Garden Hills was 5E.
That's interesting.
My son David's apartment when he lived uptown was 5E. My maiden name starts with an E, the 5th letter of the alphabet.
Yeah, there's some numerology going on there.
So my mother wanted to make it very clear that it was her coming through that day. It was 5E. And that was the day she pushed Scott out of the way and she said, I'm her mother, I'm going to talk first.
I remember that, yeah. The marker started going, whoa, like this. It's like,
my
get out of here, Scott.
My mother was not having it. It was, I'm her mother.
Did your mother like Scott?
Yes. Yeah, when she met him, that was it. She did love him.
Yeah, because I'm seeing them kind of together.
Yeah.
Like they're laughing right now. They
well, she was a tough one to get to meet.
But she's warmed up to him.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. There's other spirits. I know there are other spirits want to come through now. They're starting to come forward, but we have
like only about 3 minutes.
Yeah. So
I appreciate you all.
Let me ask you. Well, maybe I'll ask you off air.
Okay.
I have something else. I got an impression from something, but it's a personal thing.
All right. So Joe is available for you guys to do what he does. And I'm available for appointments too, because it dawned on me when talking to Isabella, I never promote myself in what I do. So I am a clinical hypnotherapist. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I'm a master ear candler. I am a midwife to the dying, an Anam Cara. I do shamanic healings. And I started working with amethyst and peridot healing masks, which they're just amazing. I work with a pendulum. Hypnosis, doing past life regressions is so beautiful and amazing. I would love to do one with you.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm interested in crystals. I'm Aquarius. Yeah. So it seems like I have green crystals like jade, sapphire, which I always like that color. Yeah. It's just such a powerful color.
So you'll come to me one day and we'll do the green, the peridot mask on you.
Oh, okay. But it's not going to be like the Twilight Zone, right?
No, I'll show you a picture of it's a place for your nose and your mouth.
I see. Okay.
And people look like they got a facial when they're done. Really? It's real, the energy that goes through them is amazing.
Let's close the space.
All right. I wish to thank the guardian angels and the spirit guides and the highest of the light for being here and present today in this messaging, healing, and clearing. Please accept our humble and heartfelt thanks and gratitude. And thank you for channeling beautiful messages through Joe and myself.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now I'm going to ask everyone to close.
What? Go ahead. Still on?
Yes,
Yeah, and if you want to go to my website, it's Joe G Medium PI.
paranormal investigator. Yes. So close your eyes, my dear Joe. Close your eyes, everyone. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe in peace, love, and beautiful blessings. Let it fill every cell of your body and your mind. Exhale what no longer serves your highest good. Inhale again through your nose, peace, love, and all the blessings. Hold it for a few moments, filling every cell of your being. And exhale. And whenever you're feeling tense or nervous or anxious, practice this. Breathe in peace, light, and love. Fill every cell of your being. And as you exhale, it surrounds you and everyone around you. Thank you all so much for watching the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.